Yes, family. Good evening and give thanks on that great rise. Back in the house, back in the house. I already know. Yeah, man. So, now I don't know cooking today, you know. Today is gardening day. Yeah. So, we just going to show you what I go on in the yard, yeah. You know, garden wise. Yeah. So, I already know. Still struggle with the, the avocado tree them and thing, you know. And so me I grow one strawberry plant, yeah. But I have some more still. You see this? This is a plum tree, Jamaican plum. I'm gonna get this from bridge in Florida. You can also say that grow, you know. So put everything outside. Right now we put everything outside just because the weather warm enough to put outside, you know. Yeah. And then so we just buy our 2 pair we buy. So we put them in the water, and you can see when I look at stem them I come out right now. This is a good way to start, yeah. You can plant them in the dirt still, but this is a good way to start your seeds. If you just put down some water, it will spring roots, and then eventually it will start growing. You can transplant it. See my little lime tree, it's lime and lemon. So see them there? Yeah, man, them coming along nicely. See more flowers are bud on it there. Yeah. See there? This is a lemon tree, and I haven't gotten any lemons from it yet, but still growing. So you know what them say. I see me have another one over here. So them say usually you want to plant at least 2 trees. So at least if one of them flower, you can cross pollinate and so them produce fruit. So surprisingly, a 1 lime tree me have, but boy, the lime tree are going good. Yeah, man. I first year it a beer. So hopefully we get some nice big limes out of it, you know. And I already know. What's it? The grapevine look like it need a haircut. The grapevine look like it need a haircut, man. But may I tell you, grapevine are growing nice. Yeah, man. See all kind of young grapes they are come up and thing, you know. See them there. So I think I get a good, watch it. I think I get a good harvest this year from the grapes, you know. Yeah, man. And a 1 vine this, you know. This is just 1 vine. And you see it, I fill up the trellis. So over here, so now, see the strawberry then, they come in nicely. Yeah, man, so we have some strawberries. So we have 4 strawberry plants, we have them hanging and, hold on, playing a pass. Loud. But strawberry grows very well from a hanging pot, you know, because as you can see, the stems them grow down and then produce more strawberries that way. If you plant it, you can plant not the ground still, but if you plant not the ground, generally the strawberries them are go basically sit down on the ground and they might rotten, you know. So me have one here, so I have 2 over here, so, and then number 3 and 4 there. Here's number 3, and then number 4 over there. So you see how low them grow? Yeah, man. And each one of these little buds you see hanging off eventually will sprout a strawberry. Alright? Over here, so now I have my blackberry. So you can see that flower right now, and eventually I will have blackberries on this vine. And it's another running plant, you know. So you see me, I want to grow up on the trellis just like the grapes are going, you know. So it's looking good, man. Alright, so as you can see, I have my aquaponics. This year I didn't plant anything yet because this barrel has been leaking, so I have to change out the barrel, the one underneath. Either change it out or clean it out and seal it with some silicone or something. And usually I have fish in here. You know, when we get the younger fish like the koi and stuff, before I put them in the pond, I usually put them in here so they can get a little bit bigger before I put them in the pond. But Basically how the system works is a closed system. So the pump water in here. This is them call it a bell siphon, and what happens is when the water get to a certain level, it rise and it basically dump the water back out on this side. All right, and this is a very clean system, you know. And as I said, with the fish them in the lower part over here, so you know their waste provide nutrients for the plants. All right, so I'm gonna set that back up, you know, eventually. But just as I say, it's gonna take a little project for clean out this and then take this off, clean out that, seal it, and then set it back up. So hopefully by midsummer we get that done, you know. All right, so over here, so now, as I already know, unless I harvest some veggies from this grow bed already. So I get some kale, cut off some kale and some spinach. Not spinach, but keep saying spinach. And sprinkler get me. This is collard greens. I mean, it said spinach the last time, but I had to correct myself. That's collard greens. And over here, so now, this is the romaine lettuce. So you can see how big the lettuce them get, you know. I love this because, like I said, I have moles in my yard, and they will come up under the ground and eat the roots of the plants. So, yeah, man. See how they look how me have purple romaine and me have regular white romaine. So you see, so them are ready for harvest, you know. Them are ready for harvest, man. So we're gonna harvest them and make some salad for whatever we cook this weekend. Whatever Lynn decides, so we're gonna cook this weekend, but we're gonna get some salad. You know, she don't like vegetable already, you know, but I try to get her up on the train. So see it there. Yeah, man. And as me harvest them, you can see them grow back very fast. How quick the leaves them get big, you know. I have 2 cabbage plants in here, so I have to transplant them into the other garden, you know, so them have space for grow. Because I think I kind of overpopulate this one. So I look at rose garden, yeah. Look at rose garden. So I have different type, different color roses. I always try to get a different variety of roses, you know. So this one is like a half white, half pink rose. And so I have a pink one over here, so I have some red rose over here, so. And then this is the same, like half pink, half white rose over here, so. Guys, you know, you want an area in your yard where you get bees and stuff to cross pollinate your plants, right? So you provide them that opportunity. One of them there, I'm gonna set up the camera so you can see, but this is my bird feeders, you know, and we get a lot of birds, nice, pretty birds that come through here. So one of these days, let me know if you don't want to see that, you know, I'm gonna set up the camera one day and catch them when they might feed. But I get a whole bunch of different variety of birds in the yard. See another rose here. And look at this. Look how beautiful that is. So this is a multicolor. This is yellow and red roses. Yeah, man. Nice and beautiful roses. Alright. So over here, so oh, so Lynn there. Say hi, Lynn.
Hello.
Lynn, they are supervisor as usual, and I already know. So this is my other garden, and over here I planted some watermelon. So I have 4 watermelon plants right now. And then over here, so in this open section where you see my plant some pumpkin. I think when you see when we plant the pumpkin seed them. So I actually see one of them will come up right there, sir. So this is the first one of the batch that's coming up. And then see me look at cornfield over here, so yeah, man. So my plant a couple ears of corn, sweet corn. So it might grow nicely, you know. Yeah, man. Alright, so moving on. We'll move to the other side of the yard. You coming, Lynn?
I'm coming.
So me showing you the mat. The matting what I use for the grass. So you can see. As you can see, the grass is growing. Actually pretty good. If I never feel me look at two knucklehead them Ranger and Chloe, you see the footprint them? I feel him footprint them, yeah. Him can't stay out tight for some reason. Anything where him say new, him have to step in it and check it out. But see, so you can see over here, so was the first piece of the matting on my plant. And you can see the grass are growing nice. Yeah. So it actually works. Me kind of skeptical about it, but it actually coming up nice. So like I see how long it take for them to get to a mature size where we can actually cut the grass, because at some point we have to cut it when you get to a certain height, and that make the grass expand and get thicker, you know. So right now we just want to make it go and grow. All right, moving on. So over here, so now you can see my blueberry. Yeah, man, my blueberry tree are going good. So I've had this blueberry tree now for about a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. So you can see jam packed with blueberries right now. And I said there's nothing better than fresh fruits for you grow yourself. And I can tell you, so blueberries, if you don't want to look it up, blueberries is very expensive in the supermarket, you know. So as I said, I always like to have at least 2 of the same plants so they can cross pollinate. So this is another blueberry tree I buy probably about 2-3 weeks ago. And see there, all the blueberries them are just come up nicely. Yeah man, I want to jam packed with blueberries. And then this is my strawberries, and you can see some strawberries them are just start grow. So strawberries, like blueberries, is a what them call a perennial plant, which basically means to them come back every year, right? So them bloom, them fruit, and then they will come back. You know, in the winter time they die off, and then they will come back every year. So, and you know, funny enough, blueberry is like an invasive plant. So it's a plant where it grow like weed, you know. So once it's grown, you know, have to work, it would take over your yard if you know if you don't mind charge, you know. So see another one, eh? And that one came, I didn't plant this one. This one came from one of this one actually grew up, and it basically come over, touch the ground, and it start a new plant. So as I said, invasive, but a blueberry, a fruit, good, you know. So this is another strawberry, and then right here is a kiwi fruit. So this is the first time I'm planting a kiwi fruit, and this look like it's a running plant as well. So now wait to see how this one goes, you know. Yeah man, and again, me have some roses over here. Yeah man, I always have roses everywhere I can plant them. I plant roses, you know. I'm gonna put them on a trellis so you know them grow. You have to constantly monitor them and make sure so the limbs them grow in and out. And this eventually me I hope to fill up this entire trellis, you know. You know that airplane right now because I live close to the airport, so every once in a while plane pass over, you know. So another thing what me do with my garden is I plant citronella. So citronella is a good plant to keep like mosquitoes and all kind of other bugs away, right? So I plant them spaciously throughout the yard, so that way they can keep up and basically keep the mosquitoes at bay. Here's another rose plant, and then there's one more over here. Alright, and I already know with the pond, you know the pond still already. Now, actually, you know, I think a feeding time for the fish them, you know. So I'm gonna feed the fish them real quick. You're never help me. Feed the fish them. And I already know the tiki bar, you know. I know say Saturday the bar I go open, you know. So I gotta have a good time. But I tell you, so I think this is one of my best projects, you know. And oh, let me do a little update on the bar. So what happened with the bar now? If you want to see how the bar stay right now, me have to take off. Basically when I did the let me show you now, sorry. basically I put epoxy on it and I put plants in there and I superimpose them into the bar top. Well, what happened with this side was that the bar, well, when we put it on the epoxy, the weather, because you have to make sure the weather is at least somewhere between 65 and 70 something degrees. Well, when I laid it down, the weather was in kind of in transition from summer to spring. Alright, I'm sorry, winter to spring. So basically what happened is a lot of it never cured properly. So basically I had to take up all this, what was here before, but I'm going to redo it. I'm going to, you know, drop down the underlayment like I did before. And then I'm going to superimpose the plant, the flowers again, and then we're going to redo it. But at least now the weather is warm enough, you know, where we can actually, yeah, it will dry, it will cure properly, you know. So I'm going to probably start in the morning. And the good thing also is that the pollen is no longer here. So that was another issue I had, was the pollen. It was at that time with the transition with the pollen, you know. So the pollen basically would stuck to the bar top, so it would have looked like yellow, you know. So as you can see, so me have a heap of seeds over here, so I want to plant. But as you can see, you see how, so it's nice, huh? Hard right there, so you can see the pollen don't stay upon it. But I think we are through the pollen portion of the year, so this is where I have to cut it off. So basically I'm gonna lay back down the underlayments, the you know, the brick pattern. I'm gonna lay that back down and then put the leaves back down and then re-epoxy this. Alright, so no we see that anytime I'm gonna do that. Alright, so this is a daily routine, you know. Yeah, man, I come to the yard daily and work on the garden and work on the yard. So here's the koi pond. So I'm gonna feed the fish them now, you know. And then look like she's tired. But she's gonna come close so you can kind of see. I know, you see, them start move now. And then can get a little closer shot so you can see where I'm going. And I know them are get feed now, so what's over there. I got to the catfish them, and when they come up, they come like vacuum cleaner or something, you see them? You see them? Yeah, man. Yeah, no food that comes, so then just eat it up. You see them? That's it. I mean, the sun has set right now, so it's kind of hard to see them, but that is it. Yeah. I think I need to get like an automatic feeder and just install it, you know, so it just feed them at certain times of the day. But as you can see, them eat a whole heap of food. I know I love the gadget already, so that is it. So they are good to go, you know. So we're going to move on to the garden now. Let me show you the other side of the garden now. Well, if I really want to get from there, so you can see water settling at the boat. So, in the kayak. So I have to deal with it now. Dump off some of this water. Yeah, man. Because you know, say, if you have standing water, yeah, man, mosquito will take over your yard. It don't take much, you know. It don't take them much, a lot of water. Any little standing water where they can get them in. If they're long enough, yeah, man, they lay them egg night. So, whenever I get rain, I have to make sure someone come out here and check it, you know? Alright, that is good. Still have some work to do on this, because as I'm telling you, last time I take it out fishing, some things never work, so I'm going to fix the rudder and some other things. I'm still going to carry out the boat here, so I'm still going to put that together. That way me and Lynn can go fishing together, you know? Even though she don't like the water. To get seasick. Yeah man, so over here so now, as I can what I see. So me what am I Lynn? Peaches! She forget. These are peaches. Yeah man. So I just spray the tree with a natural thing. So this is like a blight put up on the trees. I'm gonna try some natural remedies, forget that. But at least whatever it is not affecting the peaches themselves, you know. So I have my peach tree, another peach tree right there, so my apple tree. This is the biggest one. And then over here, it's a little plum tree, I bear some fruit, but as I say, I don't know what this thing is that is eating on them, but I'm gonna find something natural to spray them. So this is my other peach tree, and you can see this one I bear nice as well too. You know, this is my other apple tree. This is the first one I bought, but as I said, the apple trees they take a while. This one bear before, but for some reason now bear this year. I don't know. Still early still. You know, and of course the weeds them always I try and hold on to the plant. And some other plum tree, yeah. This is the bigger one. And plum the on it still. You are far and in between, but yeah man. You plum them. There's plum somewhere. And you know, me have all kind of animals in the yard, so I don't know why eat my fruits then, you know. But hopefully me get some good. Yeah man, some big plums up there still. I can't see them, but there's some big plums up there. So we'll see how I go on with that this year. Alright, so moving on. This is the season garden, as I'm telling you. So we plant all of my seasoning. Alright. So this is my Thai basil. And you can see something I eat on it already, you know. Something I forgot. I have to figure out what I go on. Because right now we have different seasons, right? We have different kind of bugs will come out at different times of the year. So we have whole heap of caterpillar for a while. And now them gone. So who knows what next is coming out, you know? Every one of them have them one little season. So anyway, as only can see me have my Thai basil, so at least them are grow nice, and by the time I get to cooking next time, I can come get some fresh season from the garden. Because everything is expensive, you know, believe it or not. You know? Yeah man, I can look it up. Then I have my rosemary. And you know I love using my rosemary. You know, and I have a sage over here, so in Jamaica they call this Chinese thyme, but it's a very flavorful seasoning, you know. And then see me my regular thyme, when you know this one here, yeah man, the thyme them I grow good. So as what I'm saying, time I'm ready to cook again, me have seasoning. Cause here what the best part about this, me usually buy thyme, you know, but with time, you know, when you keep it in the fridge, it don't last very long. You have to, so basically when I usually buy my seasoning, I buy them as needed, you know, so I can use them when I need them, because them dry out and stuff after a little while. So that's the reason why it's so good when that is spring and summertime to plant them, because I can just come and get what I need and then respring them. So watch out. So the scallion them, you know, and big up Ratty, yeah man. Ratty, me that tell you say, me see I plant some scallion the other day, but me that tell you say what my plant was just me tell you say I don't waste nothing. So basically what I do, when I clean up my scallion, and you cut off the lower end with the roots, you just plant them back in the garden. And see? That's it. Them grow right back. And I mean I tell you the same thing, I grow like grass, then grow quick. You know, and then so we have some more sage over here, and then we have my basil, you know. So that is my season garden. I mean I tell you, it smell like a kitchen right now. It smells nice. Alright, So these were the first set of romaine lettuce that I planted in the house, and I transplanted outside. So I think it's time to start harvesting some of this. You know, it's gonna grow up nice. But what me want to show you is when I talk about the molds them. So watch it. You see that? That is a mole hole. So basically what me did do, when I built this grow bed, I put mesh, chicken wire mesh in the bottom. Well, they're small enough to get through now. They figure out the food over here so now. So now they're in the garden. But I was trying a remedy where them say you can use pepper flakes. So basically pepper flakes mixed with dishwashing liquid, and you can just pour them around the plants or spray the plants, and then, you know, pour them down into the holes. And then we have another remedy when I get me out of that. It's like a sound vibration thing we can use. I wait for that to come in. So in the meantime, I try the pepper flakes, so we see how that works. Again, as I said, I always plant some, you know, plants in the garden who can keep the bugs at bay, you know. So this is another citronella plant. I'm planting in between each one, as you can see. Right now, mosquito would have nyam me up. But because since we plant them, I mean, I have no problem with mosquito out there. And then see my tomato them, eh? So I have, I think I have 3 different types of tomato then. Yeah. So I have like 3 different types of tomato in my plant over here. So and them grow up nice, you know. And I've got to stake them up. And then, as you can see, I have my strings because, you know, them are running plants. So eventually, once them get high enough, I'm going to run it from one side to the other, you know, and that way, them have something to like stabilize themselves. So moving on, see me look at pepper seed. Don't remember the pepper seed with them? Yeah, well, I have all the different types of pepper. I have ghost pepper, I have bell pepper, or sweet pepper as we know it in Jamaica. So I have all the different types of pepper. So one of them I grow already. You see the pepper there? And funny enough, you see me put some seed on there so one of the mole them try teeth that plant there. so I have all the part of pepper here. So this is a mint. It's a regular mint. You don't know that Jamaican people don't know that regular mint here. And then I have peppermint. Peppermint, you know, say much stronger than the regular mint, you know. So just there I go and work through the garden, you know. Yeah man, see me have what? This is a ghost pepper, this is a Carolina Reaper, this is a habanero. These 2 are habaneros, you know. And then I have some Scotch bonnet in there somewhere, but right now I have so much pepper, I don't know which one and which. I try to mark them still, but when you look on them, you know, if you know pepper, you know which one is which. So, anyway, see my okra them, and then I'm going to plant next. But, I'll show you the other side of the garden. So, I don't know where I'm going to the garden. So, my plant, right now, it's the callaloo seed them on my plant there. I only know say them because of the rows them when I plant them in there, because I have a set of leaves that are petals that fall off the trees, the seeds that fall off the trees, and they usually grow in the garden, so I have to wait for them to grow high enough so I know which ones for weed and which ones to stay. And then over here, so now I have a cucumber. I think I have what, 3? 2 or 3 different, what, 3? Yeah, I have 3 different varieties of cucumber over here, so I'm growing nice. And as what I said, I have, is because cucumber is a running plant as well. You see, I have these lines right here, right? So once them grow high enough, they will hang on these, and you will see them, you know. And you have to, you know, cucumber, you have to keep them well watered, because cucumber is a water type of plant, so they need a lot of water. So hopefully my callaloo them come up pretty nice still. And for those of you that didn't remember, or if you haven't watched one of my previous videos, this is my copper rods, and it's running from here all the way through to each garden, right? And they say one is good for grounding, right? Electricity, and doing my research, it says that it keeps the bugs away, some of the slugs and all that, but also it's supposed to help the plants to grow better. So you can do your own research and check out what copper rods do for a garden, you know. All right, so let me get the little thing and I'm gonna plant up them. I'm gonna plant up the okra them real quick. Where's my spade? Oh, here's my spade. Plant up my okra them real quick. Just have to till up the soil. And then we can plant up the okra then. And as what I said, I have the sprinkler system on a timer, so them get watered as much as they need. I think I have it set for twice a day, so them get watered as much as they need. But you have to be careful with that because you also don't want to overwater, you know. So we make sure say actually just turn off the the sprinkler, because we've been getting a lot of rain, you know. So as I say, you don't want to overwater them. So right now, I turn them off. So as you can see, it's generally two sprouts in each set. And you want, when you plant them, you see how long the stalk them is. You want to plant them a little bit deeper because you want to make sure, say, the stalk is strong, you know. You plant them a little bit deeper because remember, when you plant them indoors, remember, again, if you haven't seen my videos about when I did my indoor planting, go check it out, because I talk about the fact that when you use the indoor grower, they grow a lot faster, you know. They grow a lot faster than normal, so because I use the grow light. So basically, if they grow too fast, the stems are not as strong, you know, because they're not outside and they're not exposed to the elements. So basically, if they're not exposed to the elements, then they get the breeze and all those things that make the stem, you know, stronger. So that's the reason why you want, when you transplant them from inside to outside, you make sure you plant them a little bit deeper, so the stems don't bend, and it makes them stronger, you know. But you know, I love my okra already, you know, so I have a whole heap of okra plants I got planted in my garden, yeah. And the good thing is that there are some things that grow at some times of the year and some things that grow at different times. So you want to make sure, say, you can grow certain things, and then when the weather change, you can basically pull up that crop here and plant a new crop. So I think, you know what I'm gonna do. Next year I might just try to raise this up off of the ground like how I have the other one. But as you can see, this is a very big garden. So with all this dirt in here, that's a lot of weight, you know. So I don't know if I really want to raise it up off of the ground. I might have to just remove the dirt, you know, remove the dirt from it, and then get a finer mesh to put on the bottom of the garden, so that way they can't get through it. But I think them just find out, say it there. They just find out, because I never used to get them. I know I have them in the yard, but I never really had a problem with them coming in this garden. And now that they found a way in, you know, now them I go I'm gonna mash up my garden. So me not blame them still, you know. They want to live life like everybody else. So we don't really blame them. I just a survival, you know. But I already know. Once them okra have come up, whole heap of soup and steamed fish and roast fish, them a go pan, yeah man. And soup, some fish tea, you know. I'm like, yeah, see, you can feel out some hole down in here already. So I know the mole them in here. But yeah man, I go definitely make some soup and some whole heap of fish tea with them okra. Yeah, you can see some parts of this not as soft as the other one. So some of it I can actually use my hand and dig. Some of it I have to get my spade, which I don't know where my spade is. But I have a knife. So I always make sure you have a knife, man. You never know. Never know when you need one. Alright. Okra for days. We are almost done. We only have 2 more sets to do. And then we're done planting our okras. Yeah man, this year I try eat a lot more veggies. I mean, I love my veggies anyway, but you know, gardening is also very therapeutic, you know. There's just something about planting something and seeing it grow, you know, from a young seed to producing its own seed, you know, almost like your kids, right? You know, your kids them end up having kids and now you're grandparents, so that's just part of nature, you know. You ended up playing a past them turns. So I live near an airport, you know, so hopefully, you know, as loud. It sound loud to me, might be louder for you on when the camera pick it up. But I think this is the last batch I'm gonna plant in this garden. Actually, so that tomato there, that's from last year. Yeah man. Tomato they actually grow back from last year. So I mean, tomatoes are not perennials, but they still, you know, as I say, if the roots are in the ground deep enough, I think they always come back. So I actually know some not plant no I not plant no what you call it this year. Last year I planted beetroots in here and potatoes. Actually I have some potatoes that spring back up from last year. But I not plant no potatoes because now I know so the voles them in it, you know. And definitely last year they ate some of my potato them. So I say, you know what, I not plant no potato. So well, not saying I not plant no potato, but I not plant no potato in here. I'm gonna plant the potato them in a, I have some planting bags, but I'm gonna plant the potato them in a, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do with those. So yeah, I think that's, I guess I could put one more in there. No, you know what, that you know that tomato never grow big. Okra grow up straight, but you know the tomato will grow and spread out. So that is it. Yeah, man. I'm going to turn on the sprinkler system and make it, cause you know, as we always say, when you plant new plants, you always want to water them right away. So, hold on. Alright. So yeah, everything is set up. Garden is good to go. This will come on now a little bit and water them plants here. Alright, so that is it, you know. That is just a quick update from the garden so you know what's going on. And we're going to check in back occasionally so you can see what is what and what is growing good. Alright, so that's what we say. There's a lot of tips out there on how to keep, you know, the bugs them out of your garden and things. So one of the things that them say is use pepper flakes. You can get the pepper flakes, throw it in the garden, sprinkle it, and it will keep a lot of the bugs out. Epsom salt is another thing you can use that keeps the bugs out, you know. So, you know, I try to use the most natural thing. You know, like use pesticides or nothing like that on the garden. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see how it goes, but that is it for now. Alright, so I already know 6 o'clock tomorrow, Tiki Bar is open. Alright, so hopefully I will see some of you out there. Yeah, man, and check in. Alright, so until the next time, that's what I say. I'm not used to the cooking still, but today, garden day. Alright, might do some cooking tomorrow or sometime this weekend. Depends on what Lynn wants. You know, she might want some new style pizza or something like so. You know, she always think of different ways to make food nice. You know? I just do the creation, you know. She had the brains behind it. She there shake her head. But you can't say what she there shake her head. But anyway, yeah man, thank you guys for tuning in. So until the next time, God bless. And I will see you on the next one. Alright? Good night.
Good night.